Just another question. I also want to make a game, but I have no idea how I will financially support myself if I don't do the job. How do you manage? So if you want to get into game development and you currently have a job, which is a good thing, you should stay in that job for a while. And what you should do there is, number one, is you should start to save money. And then number two, you should start working next to your job. And this would obviously be working on the game, right? This is be working on the game. And so for me, that would always be before. For me, that was 4 a.m. till 7 a.m. And then usually I had to get to work. But for you, this time could be different. Find a time that works for you. Usually a time that works very well for you is a time where you are never interrupted. The less you get interrupted, the better. So if you have a family, if you have someone to take care of, maybe your mom is sick, maybe your dad's sick, maybe there's always gotta be something. Then pick a time where you are most likely that you will not be interrupted. And then while you save the money, you obviously work on your game. After some time, when you are sure that you don't have much time left on your game, so over time, what I would do now, and I didn't do that in the beginning, it depends on how long it takes you, but over time I would switch to a part-time or mini job. But only if I know that my game will be done in the next couple of months. Let's say 5 to 6 months away from releasing your game. There's also another way that you could do is you quit your job, which can happen after you released your game or before you release your game, but you have to be sure that you have enough money when you do this. So this has to be enough for you to quit your job. But I would always do this first. This is like essentially number one. You should always do this. And second, of course, do this. And then ultimately, of course, you want to get to this point right here. But that takes time. Mostly, that will come from consistency on number one. If you're consistently working on your game in the mornings or in the evenings, whatever works for you, this is how you get to into game development over time. Because at some point you know that, okay, I have something here, maybe I should do something. And if you don't want to quit your job because you're scared that your game will fall flat, then just release a demo version beforehand and gather data. Before you quit, you should start a demo to gauge interest. This one's always very big to understand that, okay, well, my game's good or not. That's how I would do it. And where to release the game? You don't know where to release your game? On Steam or on itch. So if you have, so let's say you have a job, right? You have some money, you should release your game on Steam. Steam demo is the best thing you can do. And I guess I'll show you really quickly why. On Steam you can release a demo version, and that demo version tracks data from players, and that is really important. When you have a demo version on Steam, what is really important here is the median time played. You can click on this and that will give you a graph that shows you where your players quit your game, and you can improve this graph with updates and then work on certain aspects on the game based on some feedback that you might have gotten from players. That's really important, and that's why you want to make a demo version if you're scared to release your game. And you might not know if it's gonna be successful or not.